Now this could just be a more insensitive statement coming from me, which I apologize for in advance, and so no one saw him live, but he says he was live? The viewers can probably tell the difference, but the comments don't seem to be buying his claims. He got a ton of bad reviewers because of this. I think they also shut down and changed their whole name to start over.
She lost altitude. She had to pay for the lot she's at. She lost all the food. She gave away all the money she spent on all the food that has to probably get thrown out. The money she spent finding a different place in Dallas, because mind you, her lease was up, she was in the middle of the country. So she literally changed her whole life just for this year. So I get why she was so distraught, but she seemed fine last night. She didn't seem like she was too sad, she seemed more bummed out. Like, it's like, man, I went home, I should have stayed. I went home, I was tired. I wake up to the news. I'm not ready to lose my mom. I just lost my grandparents, I lost my brother, I lost my dad. I don't got a lot of people left. I cannot lose my mom. I don't ask for nothing. I don't battle here because I don't even like my fans buying nothing. I don't want no money, no one. I want y'all to leave my mom. Talk about me, y'all harass me. Come to my comment section, do it, just leave my mom alone. She literally cannot take no more. She can't. Leave my mother.
Quick background information for everyone. Keith Lee is a food reviewer who has a massive following, so naturally his positive reviews can make a small food business, in this case a food truck business called Sweetly Seasoned. Now just by the intro or the video title, you would be thinking that Lee posted negative reviews about Sweetly Seasoned food trucks for them to be getting these awful reviews and hate, but nope. Lee had actually posted positive reviews about their food. The problem was that towards the end Lee had asked the truck owner to give £1 to both the barber and the hair braider. Those were at that time working with the food truck cutting hair and braiding hair. The owner decided to not actually give the money to the barber, the reason being that the barber soon had to go and only cut hair for free for one person, and for the next barber they would have hired it would have costed the money which would have otherwise been paid by the £1 given by Lee. Now while I do understand this argument, it is also a fact that Lee gave the owner extra £4 as a tip and over that they would have to pay the barber anyways if Lee did not show up. Now fast forward to this, it has been a while since the whole owner not paying drama happened and the whole business totally tanked. Now it is worth mentioning that people do seem to love their food. I think it is more so the attitude or management that is causing trouble. This time apparently after all the hate the owner had received after what happened, she decided to reach out to Lee by email explaining it all.
So y'all know my mom is the owner of Sweetly Seasoned Food Truck, and since Keith Lee came and visited, her entire world has been changed. She gets non-stop harassment, phone calls, day and night, death threats, all that stuff. But, so long story short, she sends an email to Keith Lee, and she kind of lets him know what happened since his visit.
Lee then allegedly responding, saying he would come back to the truck and basically come up with a solution, and the owner was down with it.
2 days later, she gets a message saying, you know, this is on behalf of Keith Lee and his family. We want to come out and pay her food truck and visit. We sorry about what happened last time, and let's, bring all the parties together and come up with another resolution.
All of this information, by the way, is delivered by the owner's son. Now actually, hold up. The text the son of the owner later shows says clearly that the person texting was on behalf of Lee.
On Sunday night, she got this message. It said, hello, on behalf of Keith Lee and the family, we would like to offer a new visit to your food truck. This could help rebuild your food truck.
And he also says it in the video.
And this is on behalf of Keith Lee and his family. We want to come out and pay your food truck and visit.
Which generally people might not pay attention. This would be important for what happens next. Now the son explains that Lee was like he would pay for everything and she should give out free food for 3 hours of something, but asked the owner to pay a $300 deposit for the barber.
They respond, okay, let's confirm a date and time. Next, I want to bring in a barber and hairstylist, and I will foot the bill to give out free food for at least 3 hours. Can you contribute towards paying the barber, and I will pay for the food for 3 hours and the hairstylist. I got a barber and a hairstylist in mind. I just want to know, can you at least contribute towards paying the barber? He's a pretty reasonable guy. He does events for $700. She responds, I can pay after the event. Would that be fine? Because I honestly have nothing right now. And he was like, yes, perfectly, that will work. So then my mom says, I should be texting you tomorrow, and thank you so much for the opportunity. I promise I won't let you down. So I believe in you. Good night. They respond with more details, and then he sends over the barber's information. So the barber wasn't really responding, so she contacted him, let him know, like, like, what you want me to do about this? I'm trying to send him money, and he won't respond. So then Keith Lee responds that he got a hold of Justin and that he was cutting the rapper Future's hair. So then she sent him over the payment. So there's the $300 she sent to the barber.
Now this already seems alarming since it doesn't really make sense of paying for everything but the barber and over that too being a deposit. Later the whole thing started, they were giving out free food, and like an hour or so into it they were like, why isn't the barber here yet? And they tried to contact him. Now they continued giving away food.
Yesterday was the day of the grand opening, and she gave away free food for 3 hours, and we're looking up after every a couple hours go by, we're like, hey, the barber hasn't shown up, or we're like, what time did Keith Lee say he was getting here? She was like, well, he said him and his team will get here around 2:45. I'm like, well, it's 3:45. Like, why is he late? She's like, I don't know. She's trying to contact him. He's like, the plane just landed an hour ago. Everybody, we're all together. We'll be there. So we're still giving out free food and, just waiting. Y'all, Keith Lee never showed up. The barber never showed up. It was all a scam.
And as kind of expected, no one showed up. The problem with this is that the Sun presents it like Lee is the one who didn't show up himself when it is clearly a scam.
She was in contact with, Keith Lee the entire time, planning everything. Keith Lee never showed up.
While it is sad what had happened, it still doesn't give him a pass to basically create a big misunderstanding that could hurt the image of such a big content creator. The whole situation too seems fishy, where the Sun was clearly involved, yet somehow he wasn't. He was there when the whole event started.
I actually took this video the day of the event when it just started. There were only a few people there eating, there was music playing, it was actually pretty nice.
And went on to give out free food with his mother even after the barber was late. Him, despite being quite familiar with digital work and also being involved with business, did not even for once look into what was happening. He does seem to be close to his mother considering he in this video for first 2 minutes talked about what had allegedly happened and other 2 minutes talked about his mother's struggles and also other personal details. Now this could just be a more insensitive statement coming from me, which I apologize for in advance, and please feel free to call me out. When you shift your views and question, what if this is all fake for attention? You might see the extra details of the Sun mentioning being tired, the sad music, the unfortunate passing of the family members being mentioned does seem to be making way for want of sympathy. I say this not only from my observations before, but also what happens next. He claims he did a live on that day to prove that this all was real.
101 South 6th Street, get y'all some free food. If y'all can come, if you know anybody in Garland who's even near North Dallas, Richardson, Plano, Addison area, tell them come on by. It's probably like a 15-minute drive. Get some free food. Come say hi, support a black business. We building black-owned businesses, okay? That's what we're not tearing them down in 2024. We're building them up. And we clapping for everybody along the way, because you know why? You may just be next.
So this footage is from the day of the event. I went live. It was like hundreds of people watching.
He mentioned how there was the grand party poster. Not only did in the comments no one was claiming they saw that live, but also later he responded to a comment which said this is today, basically implying the live he was claiming happened the day of opening was actually made today itself. Now this is where things switch up because in an effort to prove himself he decided to post this.
Y'all see this live was 7:25. Not today.
Hey, don't stop now. Hey.
I don't know if y'all trolling or if y'all being serious, but yeah, this happened 7:25, which was Thursday at 2:30 p.m. I was live at the Sweet Season Grand Opening. This did not happen today. Today's Saturday. Today's live is right here. I haven't been live since that event, and this is one from earlier. And yeah, so what's all live earlier? Not 48 a.m. Yeah, y'all was there. Y'all saw it. So I did a screenshot and the video of this, so y'all can't say nothing was fabricated.
As mentioned by another comment with the email being so clearly fake, the poor grammar, and also, I would like to add the fact that he did not check in whatsoever. He also knew that Lee is a big influencer and did not even have a look at what actually happened. Also how he constantly mentioned he doesn't have money, but someone said he still has his Cash App in his bio. Now I personally don't know how TikTok works, and I can't seem to find it, so just know that. If any of you guys go to find it, maybe let me know in the comments, I'll pin it. Now this is pure speculation, and maybe a lot of reaching too, so I'd let you decide.
I'll say hi to the followers.
Here we can clearly see, in this video, that there is a barcode scanner or something. I can't tell exactly, but it does seem like a device you use to pay for things. Now I am not sure why it was there at all. This is all. In the end, if this is not fake and just for attention, then I feel sorry. I feel like his mother should be left alone either ways anyways. What the main thing here is the fact that he kind of, seemingly on purpose, did not add how it wasn't Lee but a scammer who had a word with his mother. What do you think about this whole situation?